Okay, our next presenter is Keith Berr. And I would like to thank Keith and Linda for hosting us at their wonderful studio space here and for supporting me, supporting CDPUG, and supporting the arts.
Robert Fallouse is a great sculptor. He was commissioned to build the Tree of Knowledge back in '67. Here it is actually being installed on Berea High School, which is now Berea Mid-Park High. That school is no longer in existence, and interesting the way this thing stretches it here. It's been torn down, demolished, and we didn't know what was going to happen with the Tree of Knowledge. This sculpture is registered with the Smithsonian. It's in their artworks, and there were a few of us in the city that were a little upset about not having a place for it to go or to hopefully have it restored, a 50-plus-year-old sculpture of this magnitude. A few of us joined together. Russ, my buddy there, he and I collected over 1,700 signatures to talk to the Berea City School District to find out something that we might be able to do about it. This is a close-up of one section of the piece, and these are the eyes or the orbs, and each illustrates a different portion of education. So we had to find people when we got the Berea City School District working with us, and the reason we got them working with us was Steve Litt. I contacted him. He is the biggest art guy, I think, in the city. He writes for the Plain Dealer and Cleveland.com, and he wrote a beautiful article about us. And through that article, we were able to instigate positive action from the Berea City School District, and they worked with us in getting an accredited group of people that were really knowledgeable about dismantling a piece of sculpture like this. And the piece is magnificent when you get up close to it. It's really something really pretty spectacular. But it's a 20th century modern sculpture, mid-century modern sculpture, and it's made out of polychrome aluminum cast. And it's pretty impressive. So after we got it taken down, we needed a place to store it so it couldn't be damaged and until we could raise money to put the thing back up on a building. We got a great storeroom, and thank you very much for having that. At that point, we still had a lot of other things to do, and we got our bars back going again. Anyways, we had no teams, no money, and no real support. So I found a group of people that could work with us on it, and I'm using Austin Finishing right now. And Dave Smith there in the upper right has worked with ICA for a number of years on numerous things from Schreckengoss pieces on around, and has done major restorations. The kids that you see here are students from the Berea Mid-Park High School. I contacted a buddy of mine, Jim, who's the art teacher there, and he said, I've got a dream team that we can get assembled for you. And this dream team of students are kids that wanted to learn about the restoration and such, learn about conservation of historic artworks. So they've been coming in and working with us on the two pieces we've had released so far. We've raised a little bit of money, but I'll get to that in a minute. These kids are fantastic. And in seeing the piece, this is one of the pieces prior to anything being done as far as the painting and bringing the colors back. And here's one of our students actually working on it and replacing the colors. So we have to go back, we have to analyze what the colors are and figure out how to replace them, what kind of media and such to use. It's a lot of fun, but this piece will eventually be placed in the Performing Arts Center in front of the new high school. And it's a great location for it. Quick little side story. The girl on the left over here, she's working on it, and when Steve Litt was interviewing her the other day this week, she goes, you know what the most important thing is? When I have my family, when I get my kids, I can walk them through the high school and see this thing mounted someplace for the public arts to be viewed. And she goes, and I can tell my kids, and that's her again, I can tell my kids that I was a part of this restoration. I was a part of the team that saved this piece of sculpture. So that's something really important. We're passing it on down. Here the students are learning how to read through the microscope to see what residue was there, if it was gold leaf or if it was a gold paint type media on one of the pieces. We're teaching them how to gold leaf right now. So they're picking up a lot of really interesting things. Whether they're going to work on art, create art, or save art in their careers, it is something to instigate students to learn and to continue working in the arts. So I'll tell you right now, I am not a fundraising kind of guy. That's not what I do for a living. I'm the kind of guy that connects the dots, much like CDPUG does. We bring people together, like-minded folks. And in doing so, we're able to initiate the responses that we want. And my response that I'm looking for is to save the Tree of Knowledge. Again, we're talking about a Smithsonian registered piece of art here that was probably going to hit the dumpster. It's not now. We're getting it back. Initial quotes were $200,000. We've got it down to $90,000. We've raised $30,000. I've got 60 more to go. If you have any friends, anyone, sponsors, anybody as far as grant writing, whatever, if you can help us out, if you can help put us in touch with the people, I'd really, really very much appreciate any help that we can get from this group, you and your friends, corporations, whatever, tax-deductible donations to save the Tree of Knowledge. Thanks very much. Appreciate you all being here tonight for CDPUG.